Good evening and morning and afternoon and Hanukkah and Thanksgiving and Halloween. Anyway, I just want to say hello. I want to make a quick video. The purpose of this video here is going to be, here lately I've been receiving a lot of questions on what kind of gear I use for camping, for my road trips and all that. So since we're not doing nothing spectacular this weekend, the weather's not permitting, it's storming again today. But since the weather's not permitting for me, and time restraints, other things I gotta do, is not permitting me to take it a great adventure this weekend, I thought it'd be a good time to just go over my gear real quick. And my gear is super simple. I don't have a whole lot, I don't need a whole lot. I just got the general basics that I need to be comfortable. So I'm going to show you what that is. Now this gear I've got, I use it for when I'm backpacking. Not all of it, but pieces out of this setup I use for backpacking. I use it all for car camping, and pretty much, now I'm sitting there looking at it, I use it all for my motorcycle trips. But let me get you turned around and we'll get started on looking at my gear and try to make it real quick, just a real quick overview of what I use. All right, again, I'm at one of my favorite spots, this lake. I love coming to this lake, little city park. But anywho, that's not why we're here. And you know, I just realized I got a bad habit of saying anywho a lot. I don't know where I got that. I've been doing it for years. But anywho. All right, we're gonna start right here. Let me get this out of the way. First thing I use is just no cheap. I think this is a 5x8. Could be a 8x10. I can't remember. I think it's a 5x10. That's what it is. Tarp from Walmart. That's my ground sheet. That's what I put down first for my tent. Or even if I'm using my hammock, I lay it down on the ground just to give me a clean, dry place, you know, to stand or set my chair or whatever. Now for my sleeping system, I was using a self-inflating mattress. It finally gave up on me. Got a couple holes in it. I repaired it and now it's got some more, so I've got rid of it. I've ordered me another one. It hasn't come in yet, but I use, first thing I do, now if I'm hammock camping, I just use this. This is just a cheap foam yoga mat from Walmart. I'm thinking I gave $18 for it, $16. It's Athletic Works. Really comfortable in a hammock. But if I'm in my tent, I put this down. Excuse me, I just ate. It's not bad manners, just good food. And then I lay this down first, and then on top of that, I put this folding sleeping mat. You know, it accordions out. You know, each one of these, just pull it out till it lays out flat. Again, cheap Walmart, Ozark Trail. Can't remember exactly. I'm so bad on this. As you guys know, I don't prepare for nothing. I think this was $24, something like that. Anyway, another Walmart product. So I lay this down in the tent, or just this in the hammock. But if I'm in a tent, I lay this down and I put this on top of it, and then my self-inflating air mattress, which I don't have right now. It should be here in a couple of days. Second piece of gear I use. Well, we'll just start with the bag. This, I can't always say that word. High mount. Anyway, dry bag. This one's new. My other ones, oh, and I just realized I left my little small dry bags at home. But anyway, this one, again, I've been replacing my equipment this year. All my equipment has been getting old, wore out, so I've been buying new. But anyway, this is new. Haven't actually got to use it yet, but it's a dry bag, folds up. Most of you know how they work. I can't do it one-handed, but you know, you fold together, then you clip it down, and then these go over top. But anyway, I use this on my motorcycle. Well, not this, like I said, I just got this one, it's new, but based off my other one, I use this on a motorcycle, and I use it when I go camping, keep my gear dry. But inside I keep a sleeping bag. Can't always see, oh, you can see it, wool blanket, my tent's in there, my folding chair. I'm not gonna pull that out because everybody's seen these folding chairs. This is just an old, can't find the name, old cheap brand off Amazon. Sleeping bags, just an old cheap Ozark Trail from Walmart. The wool blanket came from an Army surplus store. I have my sapphire tarp. Am I saying it right? No, I didn't say it right. But anyway, that's my tarp that I spread out over the top of my camp. Y'all have seen it in a lot of my videos. My camp shoes, again, just so cheap Walmarts. Will slip on, something to walk around in. And my tent. Y'all seen my tent. I always keep 100 foot of 550 paracord, which this is probably not 100 foot anymore. I've cut a piece off every now and then to do something. This is probably more like 78 feet now. But anyhow, that is what I string up when I put my tarp up over top of my camp. But that's what I, pretty much every camping trip, whether it be on a motorcycle, car, this whole bag goes. Or like I said, this is a new bag, but based off my other one, the whole bag goes. Now if I'm backpacking, we're gonna skip this right now. I put everything in this bag. Again, just a Walmart, old cheap old Walmart. Y'all know me, I preach all the time. You don't have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to go have fun camping. Just get what you need. I mean, whatever you need to be comfortable, just go get just the basic. I get it, quality on some of them are better and they last, you know, 128 years, but if I can get a year or two, you know, if I buy like this bag, 26 bucks at Walmart. If I can get a year or 2 years out of that, I'm happy. I'll just go buy another one. And actually, I bought this last year and it still looks like brand new. And I've had it in the woods, I've had it on the back of the motorcycle, stays in the trunk of my car, so it's holding up great. But anywho, yeah, if I'm going backpacking, a lot of my gear goes in there and I carry it on my back. If not, everything goes in here. Now in that backpack, I put this chair, my tarp, and on the outside I strap my sleeping bag and wool blanket on the outside of it. And sometimes I take this, sometimes I take this. I always take that. That folds up. I'll fold it up better and put it in the bag. But anywho, we're trying to make this short and sweet. This dry bag is Rock Brothers. Again, I'm replacing my old one. My old one, straps started breaking off of it, pulling loose and everything. This weather beaten. It was a good bag. A cheaper one that I got, I think off Amazon, but it was a good one. Got a couple years out of it. But I had it out in Arizona and that sun just cooked it and these connections started ripping everything, so I replaced it. So that brings me to, I haven't actually used this one yet. I just received it. But based off my old one, all my camping gear goes in here. Keep it nice and dry and clean, especially if I'm on the bike. This one, that's what I bring my clothes in, my change of clothes. Usually, depending on how long I'm gonna be out, I'll bring well, it's based on how long I'm gonna be out and where I'm going, the climate. I'll usually bring 2, sometimes 3 pairs of pants, you know, jeans, and about 2 shorts, sometimes 1 pair of shorts, because I don't ride the motorcycle wearing shorts. It's too dangerous. I just don't do it. So the only time I'm wearing shorts is around camp, so you know, I can kind of recycle them. Wear the same ones every afternoon. But that's what goes in there. My pants, shirts, a couple changes of underwear and socks and everything. That's what goes in there. Now, if there's any room, I'll put some more stuff on top. Maybe, you know, solar lights or whatever, which I didn't grab. It's actually cheap old Walmart solar light. Well, hang on, I'll just go get it. Y'all just sit down and get your drink of tea. I'm gonna run get it. All right, I got the light. Now this is the light I use. It's solar powered, recharges by solar. I've had this thing probably, man, I don't know if Felicia got this for me. I probably have had it 3 years, something like that. I really don't know. But anyway, you can charge it by USB, but I always just leave it in the sun. It recharges. Extends out. I'm trying to do it with one hand here. Hang on, I'm gonna need both hands. But it extends out. If you extend it out like this, it becomes a cast out light in a broader area. Or if you fold it up, the light just comes out right there. I use that in my tent. Use it outside when, you know, outside the tent. If it's dark and I'm wanting to sit in the chair, I use that. Now I do carry a couple flashlights, but my main source is that right there. Gives off a nice low ambient light that's not too bright where your eyes stay adjusted to the dark, but yet you can still see. So that's my light. This, obviously I only use when I'm riding a motorcycle, but this is my rain suit, pants and bottom. I'm not going to unfold it for this. It's just, most of y'all have seen rain suits. This one's a little bit different material to make it lighter, but it's just your basic rain suit. It's made by Hawk. If you don't ride, then you probably care less about that. You can use it for anything. You can use it for hiking, use it for standing in the rain looking silly, but it's mainly made for motorcycle. And it's not polyester like most of your rain suits. It's I don't know how to describe it to you. Kind of like tent material, you know, the material that tents are made out of, but yet it has a silicone kind of coating on it. It's real kind of like rubbery feeling. But that's my rain suit for the motorcycle. So just quick recap. Dry bag, all my bulky camping gear, sleeping bags, folding chair, tarp that goes over my tent. My tent's in there. My sleeping setup for, you know, when I get the tent set up. Ground sheet, old cheap Walmart tarp. All that's Walmart products. Been working great. Dry bag, carry my clothes in on the motorcycle, or I guess if I'm car camping, I can do that too. Rain suit. That brings us to all this stuff here. Got my hammock. I take it with me everywhere I go. Actually, we're gonna put it in there. This is old carrying bag's getting pretty dirty. There's no name on it. Just an old cheap one I got off Amazon. Stained up or something there. Oh, that's why I spilled my coffee. I remember that. But anywho, there we go. Anywho, but cheap old Amazon's been working great. Love it. I just bought it to try it out. I can't remember exactly what I paid for it. Wasn't much. Y'all know me. I'm cheapskate, so I didn't spend much on it. But yeah, I just wanted to try it out. It was on sale on Amazon, and I like it. I've been using it a lot. We're gonna put that in there. Give me just a second. I forgot to get something out here. Get it out. Where's it at? Come on. There it is. We done covered this bag, Walmart bag. Very cheap, good quality, been working great. It's got a lot of pockets on it. Usually when I keep in here is all my cooking accessories, just some odds and ends. You know, I think I'm gonna put my hammock back in this bag. Here, there's my tree savers for my hammock. I'm gonna do that. Put the hammock back in there. Again, random stuff I'll just throw in there. This bag is not waterproof. It's just this is my, so to speak, junk drawer. You know, you folks at home, you got that drawer that you just throw random stuff in. That's what this is. This is my junk drawer. I think I got some camera equipment stuff in here, chest mounts, GoPro cover, I don't know, just camera junk. This pocket, I usually keep my fire starting stuff. A friend of mine gave me some birch bark. I got that in there. I've been using that. Couple forms of ways to start a fire. Got a, I forget what you call these, but again, a Walmart product. Been working great. It was open. I hope it still works. It's one of my, see it spark? It's one of them arc lighters. I really like that thing. I probably need to charge it. I keep that in there. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. Yeah, a couple of strikers. You can see the orange one because it's bright. There's actually two in there. There's another striking magnesium rod in there and all that. I keep that in there. This pocket, keep a folding saw, my little Arkansas toothpick. Just randomly might need that. So yeah, that's my junk drawer. Now for my cooking, I've got my portable folding wood stove. We'll get back to that. I'll get it out. Most of y'all have seen it, but I'll get it out. And my go-to, I hate to say, is my little gas stove. These things will make you lazy. I'm trying to force myself to start using that more. And that's really awesome. A lot of people don't like them because you gotta clean them. Well, you don't have to, but that's what they get mad about. Oh, it gets soot on it and ashes and it's dirty, and just wipe it off. That's all you gotta do, just wipe it off. It takes 30 seconds. But you don't need fuel for this, and it weighs like 1.5 pounds maybe. Super thin, takes up no room, and you literally just pick up a few sticks off the ground. Well, it's more than a few, let's be honest about it. If you had a Walmart bag, let's say you're gonna cook, all right, if I was gonna heat a cup of coffee, and this is what I use to heat my coffee on that wood stove, I would need a handful of sticks about that big around. You know, pretty decent amount. When I say sticks, it's about little twigs and stuff. Now, if you're going to cook an actual meal, say a hamburger or maybe a steak or pork chop, you need to pick up sticks. And when I say sticks, you know, about the size of your pinky, just little twigs and branches. You would probably need maybe a Walmart bag full. And I know that sounds extreme, but if you just stop and think, just pump the brakes a little bit and back up and think, that's really not that much. It takes you 5 minutes to walk around. Well, not here, obviously, they keep this cleaned up, but you know, out in the woods, take you 5 minutes to walk around and pick that up. So super convenient. I really like that because you don't have to keep getting fuel. You don't have to go to Walmart or wherever, Tractor Supply, whatever, and try to find these cans. And oops, they're out. So now you gotta go somewhere else. And yeah, this is going to become my new go-to. I've started forcing myself to use it, and I'm getting back to really liking it. So that's my 2 cooking sources. Other than this open fire, this is my 2 cooking sources. And this box, I always put the stove, if you want to call it that, back in the box. It just helps keep dirt out of it, out of the ports, and keeps it clean. If you'll notice, I always keep a lighter in there with it. That way, I should, in theory, always have a lighter to light that, because it does take a flame to light it. Now, it doesn't mean that lighter's always going to work. It could be out of gas or get hot in there and evaporate or whatever, but in theory, I should never have to hunt for a lighter. I should always have one for it. So we cover my light. Most of y'all have seen my little camp cooking setup here. Again, just old cheap Walmart stuff. You buy this little kit. Well, this comes separate. These 2 come together. This stores inside here. It's actually a cooking pot. I never use this thing. It's supposed to be I'm assuming a coffee cup. I have never used it. In a year or 2 I've had this. I've never used this thing. I just keep it just in case one day I need it. But this lid, you know, that cup sets in here, and the pot lid sets upside down, and that's how and then this goes in here. But if you take that cup out, flip this ring around, now you got your little small pot. And as you can see, I use it. And then this is your skillet. Obviously I use it. You know, I've got food here right now, the reason I'm not opening it. I cooked some brats today. But you pop the handle open, take the lid off, which becomes your plate. And we got some flies flying around now. I don't want to open it. There's, I think, 3 brats in there. Saving them for later. But anywho, y'all seen me use this. You've seen it before, so you know all about this. And then my Walmart little coffee cup. The reason I like these, I think this is about $6 at Walmart. I don't like them. The con is if you make a cup of coffee, it will not hold heat. Within 5 minutes, your coffee's cold. But I usually don't have my coffee that long in the mornings. I don't chug it, but I drink it pretty fast, so it really doesn't have time to get that cold. But I like the cup. The pro is I can make my coffee right in this cup. Because, you know, when I'm camping, I just use instant coffee. I don't try to get fancy. Just instant, pour it in there and go. You know, it's morning time. I ain't trying to think that hard. Then usually, last time, I believe my last video, I used it on the wood stove, but usually I'll get this one out, heat it up, the water real fast on this thing. It literally only takes a minute and a half. And I prefer that in the mornings because I'm not a morning person. It takes me a little while to get woke up, and I'm just not trying to think that hard. So, you know, 1, 2, boom, drinking coffee. But that's pretty much it. Short and sweet, that's what I use. Sleeping system, working great, especially with my air mattress. Now, a motorcycle trip coming up. I've been pondering in my head. I'm probably going to delete this from the setup, leave it at home, and just take this one. Because on my motorcycle, I'm really limited to space. And even though this is soft foam, I mean, it's pretty, when you roll it up, it's pretty thick. Takes up a lot of room, and now that don't seem like much, but on a motorcycle, that's a lot of room. I could use that space for something else. So when my air mattress comes in, I've never done it before, I don't know why, but when my air mattress comes in, I'm gonna try just using it just with this. Lay it down on the ground and put my air mattress on it and lay it on for a little while and see how it feels. I've got a bad back. I know a lot of people, oh, you big baby. Yeah. Well, the reason I really got to have a comfortable bed, I've got a bad back. It's messed up, and there's times it gets me down, you know. Just won't let me do nothing, so I got to take care of it. So I put a lot of effort into making a comfortable bed, portable, you know. I can't have a Sleep Number or a Sealy mattress with me. I gotta make it portable, so I want it to be comfortable as possible, and that's the reason I'm so picky about it. But anywho, how many times I've said that? 3. Anywho. There, we get them all out of the way now. That's my setup. Whether I'm motorcycle, car camping, or backpacking, pretty much. With motorcycle, car camping, all this goes. And when I pack it up and put it away, it's really not that much. It's only about that much. I just got it strung out right now. Again, it's closed storage, a few odds and ends on top. All that cooking equipment goes right in that bag there. I usually put this in the side box of my motorcycle. I think I'm gonna try putting it in here. It's gotta be easy access to it though, in case, like now it's pouring down rain. If I'm going down the road on the bike and I run into this, I gotta have it to where I can get it out pretty quick, you know, and get it on. So we'll work with that. You know, that bike trip is coming up pretty soon. Actually, it's still a month and a half away, but I'm not the type that wastes the last day, the night before I'm leaving, to try to plan all this out. I start planning months ahead. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm in the planning stage, trying out new setups, new equipment, and that way when time comes to leave, I just throw it on the bike and take off, ready to go. Already got everything worked out. Ride all day, come to a camp, throw my gear up, be comfortable. I just wanted to show you, man, the flies are bad. That's the reason I didn't want to open that pan. My food's in there. I just want to show you pretty much what I use. Now I might add or take away a little bit here and there, but basically this is what I use for my camping, my traveling, motorcycle trips, or whatever. So I hope that answers a lot of y'all's questions. If not, I don't know what to tell you, guy. That's the best I can do. But I think I'm gonna pack all this back up, throw it back in the trunk of the car, sit here and enjoy this rain. It was so hot today. Now it's been raining off and on for about the past hour. It's cooled down, the air is nice and cool, and I'm really liking it here by the lake. So I think I'm just gonna pack all this up, put it away, and sit here and enjoy this rainstorm. I really enjoy them. I wish I was out in the woods camping right now. I didn't go today, not because of this rain. They was, you hear the thunder? They were saying it's supposed to be some really bad storms today. Now we had one little flare up come through, but it was nothing. I mean, a little bit of lightning, a little bit of wind, and it was over with. I wished I went ahead and went camping, but it is what it is. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here. Appreciate y'all watching, hanging out with me. The videos are gonna be slow here for a little while because I'm not really doing nothing. One thing, I'm trying to take care of business, get everything ready, and again, the weather's just not letting me do some stuff. But anyway, just be patient, hang in there. Before you know it, we're gonna be hitting the highway on the bike, and we're just gonna point it down the highway, see where we go. But thanks everyone, appreciate you hanging around. Thank you for subscribing and watching. I say to all my friends and family. Little Daniel, well, we'll get in that later. Little buddy of mine, he wants to be a YouTuber. Anyway, if he gets him a channel going, I'll let you know what it is, and y'all go over and subscribe to him. He's just a little fella, little guy. It'd probably tickle him to death. But anyway, say hello to everybody. Lydia. What did I say? Lydia. And all my family, friends, subscribers. Y'all know the deal. All right, have a good day, and God bless you.